Aquarius was shaken, baby. Robin here. Welcome to AriesFireTarot, guys. Thanks so much for joining me for September 2021 mid-month reads. So I have the same sort of process for mid-month. I always use the Starman Tarot card deck. This is a fabuloso deck here. It was inspired by David Bowie, and he did collaborate on the artwork. So we are grateful to see his image in some of the cards. I think it's fantastic. So I usually use the Star Guide spread that came from the companion book, and you see I put it here for you guys because it's super cool. But I'm going to use a different spread that is also from the guidebook, and it's called the Starman. Okay, so let's see what the cards hold for Aquarius in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Remember, guys, that this is a general reading, so I hope you have fun and I hope you enjoy. If it doesn't resonate, maybe check out your moon sign reading for now. And other than that, I appreciate all the comments and the shares, the subscribes, and all of that groovy stuff. So I really like to just dive right into the readings, and we're just coming up on angel number 111. So you might want to take note of angel numbers during the reading and check them out after the read. So we're going to have a card that's going to look at what part of you is outdated. Okay, so obviously, as we grow, things don't necessarily fit you anymore. It's like your high school jeans. Anyway, let's not go down that road. Okay, so this is kind of interesting. This is the celebration card, okay? So some of you might be, I don't know, maybe taking it a little bit extreme when it comes to celebrating. Maybe a little bit over the top that way. The whole energy of the Four of Wands is really just getting together, and, you know, you might have been capable of having a cameo in that movie Wedding Crashers or something like that. So either you're still in this phase, okay? It's still, or maybe just every now and again, go for a binge or whatever. Angel number 222. Got a really powerful team and spirit gallery here for you guys. I didn't mention that I am a channel and I bring messages through spirit for you guys. I need a quick sip of water. Hold on. Apologies. Any hoodly doodly. Okay, so Four of Wands. You may be taking it too far, you know, and telling yourself, oh, it's okay, you know. You might find yourself being the oldest one at the party or the oldest one at the club, or maybe there's responsibilities at home that you just don't feel equal to. So you're diverting yourself, or maybe there's just something really painful in your life. That doesn't mean that you're out bar hopping or anything like that. It could be an overindulgence in your own residence as well, you know, taking a little bit too far. And as an Aries with Irish heritage, I can attest that I know what that feels like, okay? So, yeah. There is something here, too, that if you're sort of beyond that phase of, like, hey, party on, you could be missing it and holding somebody else responsible for that. You know, I can't go out anymore since, you know, this baby came along, or ever since I got married or something like that. You know, taking away from my single lifestyle and hanging out with my friends and all of that. Or, you know, it could be like going into university, and anyway, there could be all these different circumstances. I'm seeing it's time to give it up a little bit and move into the next phase of your life. You know, that party phase isn't really meant to last forever, I guess, unless you're Keith Richards. But anyway, so this is what you need to outgrow, okay? There's something deeper available to you than partying all night or reminiscing about partying all night. It's just you're missing out on the point of life, basically. So what should you turn your attention to, Aquarius? These readings that came in the Starman book, they're scorching, okay? It's like a real expose here. So this is really interesting and a bit of a conundrum, okay? So there's something from your life with the Six of Cups, okay? So the Six of Cups, it talks about Sorry, I have a stutter. I'm not apologizing for it. It's gonna happen in my reading sometimes. You guys should know that. And I feel like it's coming up a little bit, so just try to bear with me if that is happening. Six of Cups energy. There could be a reason in adulthood going to, you know, oh, my lost youth, and oh, sowing wild oats and making all these ridiculous, outrageous excuses. It's not an insult. I've been there myself. But there could be something that you missed in your childhood. This is the Six of Cups. Maybe you didn't have very close friends, or, you know, you were just isolated. You were that type of person that wanted to spend time on your own. And because you have this really powerful Aquarius brain, you could have really outpaced people, you know, when it came to intellectual conversation, or, you know, the parameters of how other people thought. You saw them as limits and you were beyond that. So it could feel like you were a little bit outside of everybody. Six of Cups is that childhood energy. So you maybe want to look at that. And that could have led into being the life of the party, being the funny one, you know, being the one that could, you know, just kill everybody in a game of beer pong or something like that, you know? So that came from somewhere. So turning your attention to, like, looking at where you might have felt a little bit of outside of, like, the cool kids or whatever. I'm going to write that down. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Okay, so turning your attention back to what might have made you feel a little bit ostracized, and understanding why you maybe became this person that had to separate yourself from reality by becoming a party goer, or like a real, I'm seeing death defying. Like, you could have taken things like risks. Okay, so this first card here, the Four of Wands, it's getting a little bit deeper. You could have, like, really walked on the wild side and like to drive fast, and maybe you like drove in races and stuff like that. So anything that was really exhilarating, where you could be the best at, where you could get a lot of attention. It was covering something up, okay? And it was from your childhood. So go and figure that out, because this trait is going to be able to help you, okay? So what really sets you aside in life is also the thing that makes you unique, okay? So it's really unfortunate that a lot of people, and in this case, it's going to be you, Aquarius, that thing that makes you feel weird and outside and unique, that's the thing. That's your thing, okay? That's your thing. That's what makes you shine. So how can this trait help me? Let's pull another card here, you guys. Oh, you guys. Okay, so this is the Two of Swords, okay? So once you understand, and I'm getting the words kind of what went wrong in your past, and I don't really like to say that, because things don't ever go wrong. You know, it's like, there's this massive indecision with the Two of Swords, okay? So once you uncover that, the Two of Swords, things should become clear to you. What you really want to do with your life. I see some of you could actually, maybe you want to become a teacher or a tutor, or show people, like, whatever it was that you wanted to excel at in your childhood that put you outside of other people's boundaries. And I'm seeing it probably happened in your own home too. My dog is kind of staring off into the corner in a creepy way. That always, like, just like when I see stuff like that, it's like, you know, visit from an ancestor possibly. So anyway, Two of Swords, you guys. I'm going to pull a card over top of that. Oh, yeah. So the Two of Swords, it's like asking you to really separate your mind. Not a lot of people can do that, but you guys, like I was saying before, you're this really brilliant thinker. So you should be able to view the two halves of your life where you felt outside and then you started taking on traits that made you super popular, okay? And you can set a dividing line in that, like, and make a decision. It's like, okay, well, I had a really good time. You know, I partied like a rock star, maybe won a few ribbons or medals or something like that, but it's time to move past that, okay? So once you see that, you go back here with the Starman, okay? Sorry, this is the Star card, and this is the connection between Source and you, okay? This is like really finding your footing, okay? So it's like you guys circumvented your superpowers, and now you can come back and connect to everything. You can see in this particular Star card, she's reaching up into Source. She's grabbing onto that star, and all of a sudden everything is electrified, okay? So it's like you took this huge meandering path around everything because what you felt so passionate in your life as a child got you ostracized. So you had to adapt your behavior to what other people thought was, you know, the thing to do. And all it did was delay your destiny. Oh, I gotta write that down. Hold on. So I'm getting here, you guys probably gonna have a cold, hard look at what happened and when that division happened. I've got morning voice. Sorry, guys. So when you step onto the stage, what is the outcome of the show? Okay. So after all of this, what is going to happen? Okay. When you put the spotlight on yourself, Aquarius, this 10 of Swords, and there's David Bowie in the background. It really shows what is happening as the end of a cycle. This is the split from ego, okay? You can see there's two characters leaning back from each other, trying to hold on, you know, just this last vestige of sort of this ego costume that you had to put onto yourself because you wanted to feel like you belonged. But you guys are meant to be a leader, not a follower. So the outcome of really looking at, okay, well, when did I start to adapt my behavior to fit in with the cool kids, right? So that's going to tear away any of that lingering facade, and the real you, the real power of Aquarius that lies within you will feel free to step out onto the stage. You know what I mean? And just be really good at what you're supposed to be really good at, instead of I'm going to party or race or, you know, base dive or do something to really get people to notice me. But you don't need all of that because you're worth noticing without all of that. You know, you've got something. You guys have the Star card here. You guys are the star. Okay. So did that all make sense? I tend to really rush my words and everything because I get so much power from my spirit guides when I read. But anyway, guys, I hope that made sense and that this is really helpful for the next phase of your life. You can see it's available here with that 10 of Swords, that split, and getting back to you, like really getting back to you. Guys, bye.